in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's White. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Panthers can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field. Did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a fourth down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on fourth down. He uncorks one deep. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that fourth down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice fourth down conversion.
Caught in the backfield. It's Holmes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. First points of the day are on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle. It's White. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Castellanos. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Noles have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down coming up.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Third down coming up.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Extra point here will tie the game.
For the extra point.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Oh, he wants it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Tell you got to be brave as a slot receiver to run these slant passes because you're catching it right around linebackers and safeties are coming crashing down. You really have to have a ton of confidence running that route.
They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snap it to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Davis. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Pittman. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Takes the handoff. It's Reed. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Set up with a free kick from their own 20. Oh, he's got a chance. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. On the run, still looking. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, no! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the run, it's Reed. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the move, he fires. Finds space on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Makes the grab, and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Lead now 5 here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Oh, better look out!
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Taken down at the 30. And first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's...
Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop them? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Makes the grab. It's Lee. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Under fire. And the ball's out there. There he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Oh, they're after him. The short hands, it's Reed. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That slices the lead to 2.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Connection to the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Caught over the middle, it's Reed.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. go up top. Pressure coming. Got some room, headed to the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Running back searching for a hole. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. The give to the tailback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Pitt will have to boot this one away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Robinson. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They're going back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks, it's Thomas. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And the Noles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. To the air. It's Holstein. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but key word being after the catch.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. Under fire. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. Breaks into the open. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride Davis here. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. What a disappointment. No good. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
That QB is absolutely going to buy all the hog mollies up front of steak dinner tonight. My goodness, when you have that much time in the pocket, I think I could be successful. And I don't even like quarterbacks or want to play quarterback.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Finds his man. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Gets it out fast. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Pitt! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to move them on the counter. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Quick spin on the run. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop. And he's having a day.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Reed. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Holstein. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
The option look. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Leaves it with the running back. Finding open areas. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
To the air on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They're going to run it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys.
Touchdown, Seminoles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they closed it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way. There he goes! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the right. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
From the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Floating away. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Holstein. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6.
Number 33, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Here's a heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Part in the backfield, it's Williams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's White. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the Noles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to pass, it's Castellanos. Got the quick pass. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt, and I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Getting set for the point after.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
36.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Tight end now in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll try to pop the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Pitt will have to boot this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. A strike downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit, where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.